the vlog. I am Gabby from Gabberdashery and this is Hobbes. Hobbes is going to be in the beginning of this video because I know that you guys haven't seen him in a while and I do get messages. How is Hobbes? He's very well. You're very well, aren't you, darling? We have had two lots of podcast guests here today and he's been amazing because there was always the worry with Hobbes that he might bark in some podcasts, and he has done a fair bit of that, but today he had two lots and there was one little bark I think at one point and he was just brilliant. He just snuggled up in between them, and you love having guests over, don't you, sweetheart? Oh, bless him. So I am back today with my next of the Tilly and the Buttons stretch patterns, and today is the Frankie baseball t-shirt. Yay! Okay, Hobbes, let's hold you and the book. No, okay, he's going down. All right. So yeah, today is the Frankie baseball t-shirt. And I really love the Tilly and the Buttons Agnes top, and that was one that I was wearing last week with my BB pinafore. So I have no doubts that this is going to be a new favourite of mine because I think Tilly really gets the kind of stretch tops that we like to wear basically. So yeah, I really love the raglan sleeves. That makes it quite different. So it's very different to the Agnes. It's got raglan sleeves. It's, you know, gives it a really different feel. It's a lot more relaxed. And then I love the contrasting neckband as well. So I'll show you the fabrics. I've shown you this already, but hey, let's go on about it again. So these are the gorgeous fabrics from Girl Charlee, of course. The floral is quite, it's like a really, it's a lycra heavy stretch, so it's more like activewear material, but I think that's going to make it really different and interesting, and I'm looking forward to seeing how this is going to come up because I don't know, it could go one or two ways, but I hope it will go the right way, and be a really fun, maybe even a top that I might want to run in, which will be good. And yeah, the bright yellow sleeves is just going to make me very happy. And I still haven't fully decided on the neckband, but I think looking at this, I am going to go for the yellow neckband, I think. I'm going to make up the top without the neckband and then decide, because I think you do that first. I think with raglan sleeves you normally do. So let's see, I'm just going to double check. Yeah, okay, so you do. You put the sleeves on first and then the neckband. So the neckband's kind of one of the last things you do before the hemming. So yeah, I'm going to do exactly that. I'm going to make it up first and then decide what I want to do the neckband in. I'm going to definitely show you quite a bit more about the cover stitch today because the last one I put up, loads of people have been asking me questions like, show us more about the cover stitch. A lot of people have never really seen them before, so yeah, this is going to be a lot more about that as well, but probably quite a quick video because it's a very quick make and I will show you it at the end, so enjoy. Okay, I'm doing a little bit of trying on. I completely lied before because you don't sew up the whole thing and then the neckband. You sew the sleeves on, then the neckband, then the side seams. So I do apologise. But yeah, this is kind of how it's gonna look. I really love it. So yeah, thinking about the neckband, I don't know if yellow is gonna work. It's crazy because I cut it out already, but I think because next to my face it's nicer to be a slightly darker colour, so I think I'm going to use the teal French terry that I have for the Stella hoodie instead, so it's going to be that for the neckband, and also that would be really cute because I might wear these with the Stella jogging bottoms as well, and like maybe for working out if I ever do that, which I don't really do, and that would be really cute, like to kind of tie it together. So yes, I'm going to cut out the neckband of the French terry and start sewing that on. Okay, so the way I do neckbands might be a little controversial, so I just divide it by two and put a pin in the place where it starts and the halfway point on both the garment and the neckband, and then I go straight to overlocker. But I'm probably going to really regret saying all of this and I'm going to sew it really badly and have to cut it out and edit this. So let's see. Fingers crossed. Do not try this at home, people. Okay, maybe do. If it works, do, but if it doesn't, don't. So I want to go past the pin and stretch out the neckband as I sew. It doesn't need a huge amount of stretch, actually. It should be alright. Someone asked on on my last video if I use the cover lock, the Pfaff cover lock, as a overlocker and a cover stitch, and I don't actually at the moment, because it's easier sometimes just to have two machines set up and then you don't have to keep changing in between. So I still do all my overlocking on this machine, and then I move over to the cover lock for all the cover stitching. But I have tried it as an overlocker as well, and it was absolutely brilliant. It's just, oh, I don't know, I think I'm lazy, and if I can just have two machines set up ready to go, I will choose that route. I'm not doing to the full seam allowance because I'm going to check it, and then if I'm happy I'll sew over it again. Okay, let's see if that worked alright. Felt like the tension got a little bit more towards the end, but yeah. Okay, I just need to unpick the last bit because annoyingly I got a fold in it. But apart from that, yeah, that went in really nicely. So I'm just gonna now overlock it again, but at the right seam allowance so that the width of the neckband is the same the whole way around. A nice small neckband. And then I can get to sewing the seams, and then we'll get the cover lock out. Okay, trying on stage. Love, love, love. It's brilliant. It's a really good fit. The sleeves are a really good fit because quite a lot of jersey tops I come out with tiny sleeves, and I'm like, how am I going to get that on? So I'm really pleased with it. I'm pleased with the neckband. That's a lovely fit. These fabrics are going really nicely together, so I'm very happy with that. So now I've just got to finish off my hems, so I'm going to get out the cover lock. Okay, so let me introduce you to this bad boy. So this is the Pfaff Cover Lock 3.0. It is an overlocker as well. It has a 5-thread system, and for the cover lock, which is what I'm going to show you, you have 3 threads. So as you can see, I've used just the normal spools of thread, and then I've got proper overlocking thread in the overlocking bit. So these are the 2 top stitch, and this is the overlocking. Easy to thread, you've just got to remember to lift the handle, but all of it is very, very easy to follow in the manual, and you just kind of follow the colours. So in here you'll see, oh yeah, in here you'll see the colour dots that you have to follow, and to be honest, you only thread the lower looper in this bit anyway, so this is just for the cover locking, overlocking stitch. And let's slide that back in, and then the 2 needles that I'm using are D and E, so that it's a nice narrow top stitch on the cover locker. So basically the whole idea with cover locking is that you're overlocking and top stitching in a twin needle fashion at the same time. So yeah, it's an amazing, amazing machine. It means that finishing off jerseys is a cinch, and it just looks really professional and smart, and it really finishes the hems beautifully. So I am going to finish the hems of my Frankie baseball t-shirt using this now. So the first thing is, for the sleeves you want to turn the garment inside out, because you have to sew it inside the sleeve. So you're going to turn over, press, which I'm about to do in just a minute, and then you're top stitching on the right side and overlocking on the wrong side. So let me just give that a quick press and then I'll show you. So Frankie has a 2cm seam allowance for the hems. If you've nicely pressed it, you can hopefully, depending on the fabric, kind of see where the edge of the fabric is, so that you can make sure that you're overlocking the edge of the fabric. But this doesn't actually matter. So this is something that I didn't realise about cover stitching, is that it doesn't matter if it's on the edge, the overlocking bit. It's just basically to hold the hem in. So as long as the top stitching is in the right place, it doesn't matter about how far the overlocking is towards the edge of the fabric. So I'm going to lift the foot and place it in, and I'm going to do it with a 1.5 centimetre hem, so that it's definitely going to be the same way round the whole time. Bring the foot down, got my pedal here ready to go, and I'll just bring you up really close so that you can see what's happening. Start wherever, it doesn't matter where you start. Follow the guide of 1.5. Okay, and then when I get back to the beginning, I'm just going to sew over the previous threads just for about 3 or 4 stitches so that they overlap and lock together. Okay, and then you turn the wheel away from you 1 time, but you want the needles up, so I'm going to do 1 and a little bit. Lift the foot, pull it out to the left, snip. Because I overlapped it, I can snip them right at the very end. If you don't overlap them, and say you're doing just 1 long line, you'd want to tie them together. You tie them off with a cover stitch. That's all done. So you'll see that on this side is overlocked, and this side it is top stitched. And that's got loads of stretch in it, so it's a brilliant hem stitch. It's basically the same as a twin needle, but it's got even more overlocking capabilities on the back. So, okay, I'm going to do that on the other sleeve, then change over back to the blue thread to do the main hem, and then I'm going to show you my finished top. Yay! Okay, voila! I have finished. I've done my hems. I've paired it with another Tilly and the Buttons pattern. Have you seen what I'm doing here? So this is the Delphine skirt, which is the 3rd make in the Love at First Stitch book. I think that's right, because yeah, it goes the headscarf, the pyjama bottoms, and then this skirt. And I love this skirt. I made it a few years ago. It was one of my first ever makes, and then this is my latest make, hot off the machine literally a minute ago. So that's really good that they go so well together. I really love these fabrics together. I think they look gorgeous. I was a little bit worried, as I'm sure you picked up, that maybe this floral fabric would be maybe too lightweight and wouldn't go with this, but they go really well. I love them together. And I just love the colours. This is such a staple. It's a scrap buster. What's not to love? So yes, Frankie t-shirt for the win. I don't really have anything more to say apart from next week I'm going to be doing the Freya. Thank you so much to everyone that said don't rush, slow down, start the month from last week. So I am doing that. I'm doing 1 a week, so I think that's absolutely fine. And I'm not rushing anything, which is great. The other thing that's going to be very different next week is this is the last time you're going to see me with brightly coloured hair. If anyone follows me on Instagram, they'll see that I've been putting up all sorts of polls and things and saying what shall I do with my hair, but it's kind of damaged beyond repair. It's been bleached too many times. I've been dyeing my hair since I was 15. And yeah, I need to take a break, so I'm going to go back to as close to my roots or my natural colour as I can, which I haven't seen since I was a kid, and let it just grow out and be happy for probably a year or so, really condition it well, treat it well, and then maybe I can go back to bright colours again. But don't worry, I will not be losing my colour at all. I will still have it in every other place I possibly can. And I do have about 10 different brightly coloured berets if all else fails. So yeah, it's going to be a bit of an end of an era, a bit of a change. I'm a bit nervous. But apart from that, everything is all rosy, and I hope everyone has a lovely weekend, whatever they're up to. Take care, lots of love, bye!